My life is a hot mess express right now, and I'm bringing you guys along with me to get our lives together. We are going to tackle all the basic little things in our house today, and then we're going to make a list of exactly where we're going to go from here, how we're going to keep up with this, and what kind of meals and exercise plans and things that we need to put into play right now so that next week, things are going to be more successful than they've been. So glad you're here. Get your pens and papers or your cleaning supplies out, and let's get to business.
Starting off with a coffee with some collagen and some gelatin, and that is going to get me started with a little bit of protein as I dive into my Bible this morning, get to some reading, and enjoy this peace and quiet before I start hustling today. My goal right now is to read through the Bible, starting at the very beginning, and get as much knowledge as I can. I've really had a lot of questions lately about God and about who he is and where it all began. And so I am in the midst of that right now. We're doing garbages this morning. Obviously, this is something that we do so often. I have so much garbage. I don't know why. I think it's because I have so many kids. But honestly, we do what we do. So after the garbage is out, I need to get the kitchen in order. Honestly, this is the best part of the day because if I don't get it in order first thing, I cannot do anything else. It just makes me mentally feel so cluttered and so overwhelmed. So kids have not woken up yet. I'm just trying my best to do what I directly see in front of me. So there's no set game plan. There's just what is the immediate thing that is screaming for my attention. There was a couple of random baskets of laundry and getting those tackled. I've got my worship music on right now. That's how I do my morning. I just put on some quiet worship so the kids can feel peaceful when they come down. Get this dishwasher unloaded so of course it can be put on at least 2 or 3 times a day. I'm so curious, how many times are you guys putting your dishwasher on? Good morning. I'm hoping that you can hear me through my speaker, or this is all just going to be a big old waste of time. I just dropped off a couple of teenagers and I decided today I'm going to do a nutrition home kind of like reset video. So I'm going to be talking about all the things that I've kind of put into practice in February after we got back from Hawaii, and just tell you guys a little bit about what I've been doing to get back into my healthy rhythms and routines. Just for context, we've got 5 kids. They all go to the same school. So currently that's a kindergarten to grade 12 school. The oldest is in grade 11 and the youngest is in grade... See, I don't even know because it changes so often and I often feel guilty about that. But yeah, she's in grade 2 right now. The grades just change all the time. I can't even keep up, but they're doing school and I'm aware they go. I promise I'm not a bad mom. It's Friday, just so you know. My home reset is starting on Friday because it usually takes me 5 days to get my life together, and now it's Friday. So we're gonna do just that, but 5 kiddos. Some of them are home today because teachers are writing report cards. So they're going to be around doing things. It's a beautiful sunny day. I'm hoping they get to play outside. And I'm hoping that creates a little bit of space for me to get it all done. I have this tendency to set myself up for a little bit of disappointment with what my expectations are. I know in the beginning of this video, I was like, we're going to get everything together. But in reality, you guys are going to laugh when you see where we actually end up and how much more we have to do. And that's just real life as a mom, you guys. So first, I needed to eat. Now I'm tackling a little bit of bed making because we all know how much better we feel when we have a made bed. This is important to me. I always do keep my bedroom clean. My girls, on the other hand, we need a real big declutter, but I couldn't dive into that today. I was so overwhelmed with just the idea that things were just chaos that I wanted to just make everything look fresh as it could be without that deep clean that I know needed to eventually happen. So I'm stripping the bedding. We are going to get those sheets cleaned. And I wish I could do something about these stuffed animals. These stuffed animals drive me crazy, but the kids love them and I love my kids. So you know what? If it works for them, that is okay. I will accept the ridiculous amounts of stuffed animals that go over top of their beds for as long as that takes until they're old enough where they no longer care or need them anymore.
Tell me I'm not the only one who does this.
So many wrappers. They just hide these little things on me, little brats. But I do love them, even though they're very messy. And sometimes your eyes just get opened up and you're like, wow, I really let this get out of hand. And that was definitely what happened during one of these days. All the empty bottles. Oh my goodness, you guys. It's so embarrassing, but it's real mom life and that's what I'm here for. I just want you guys to know, like, we have 1 towel rack in here and 5 kids, and it's been 2 years. I need to get it together, but I'm just a regular mom.
I cannot be the only one who just feels like they do this every single couple weeks, and this is how it turns out. Ready? This is gonna shock you. Is that not the most disgusting? I just don't understand. Make me understand. Make a way. Is there a better way? Once I started opening my eyes and seeing all the mess that was truly just in every drawer and everything, I just could not take a break to get ready and get dressed, even though I just really needed to. But I wanted to just tackle these things as I was seeing them, as the motivation was coming. I'm not sure if you guys are like that, if you're more of like an organized cleaner. I don't think there's a right way to clean. I just think you do you. And if it's one of those days where you're just on a roll, go with it, mama. Like, you know that energy is not going to last forever. And that's kind of how I approach cleaning. I'll just get this like bug in my butt and I'll go after it. I'm so grateful. We have 2 washing machines. So I just loaded down all the stuff that I could downstairs and upstairs. This way the sheets and the blankets are getting done way faster. If there is one appliance that I would say having 2 of with a big family, it's definitely the laundry machine. Have 2 of those. And maybe if I could, I'd have another dishwasher. Even though ours is split into 2 different loads, I do find that it's still not enough. I run it twice a day at least, and it would be such a blessing to have 2. But also, let's not be spoiled. Let's be realistic that we might just have to change our laundry more often than we care about. And one day we will look back on these days and just think, oh, remember the days of motherhood where we felt like it would never end. So I am grateful that all these blankets and sheets finally got a good wash. It had been a while, and I don't even know what time it is here, but I am needing hydration badly. This is the problem. It's like you drink the coffee, you do the thing, before you know it, it's almost noon, you're in your pajamas, you haven't had a sip of water. It's 9:32, which means I'm at maximum capacity for how long I'm staying in this outfit today. So I just finished the laundry. Now I need to just get these toothpaste things started. Oh, that's full. So we're gonna soak them by hand. And once those are started to soak, I am going to get fully ready for this day. It's rest day in terms of the gym. I will be going for a walk later with the kids, but I specifically planned rest day to be the day where I'm tackling, the home, and that's my cardio for today. It's active movement no matter what, but I'm gonna be cleaning and taking the kids outside for a walk, but mostly just trying to reset my home and my plan for the upcoming week.
Giving the dishes a quick do-over. They are never ending around here. I really need to teach my kids to do dishes, but it's something that I'm very poor at just doing myself. Been changing over to the natural dish soap, and it's been working out pretty good. I do miss Dawn. I miss the way that it degreases things and the way that it comes off, but you know what? Trying to be healthy, and our bodies are important. So doing that healthy dish soap, trying to save my hands from the cracking.
Why? This is the clean laundry. This is the clean laundry. You're crazy. Why are you in my clean face towels? No, poopy.
Still in these clothes. Did not plan on that. I need a snack, and one thing was leading to another thing, and you know how time rolls away. So it's actually 10:42, which I feel really guilty about because this is not how we self-care, okay? Do not do what I do. Do what I say. Ugh. I ended up finishing cleaning out these toothpaste trays and just getting the downstairs feeling like I could breathe again before I make like my deep cleaning plan, which is obviously not going to happen today because it's already 10:45. But if I just get surface started today, then I'll feel better about my plan going forward. So I have made these muffins. This is part of self-care. Eating healthy for me is really important. I love to bless my body. Thank you, God, for this body. And so these are dairy-free, gluten-free muffins. They have coconut in them, and I used some cacao nibs, which was really fun, instead of chocolate chips. Coconut oil, gluten-free flour. I kind of made it up. I do this all the time. I just throw a bunch of things into my KitchenAid, and it ends up working. So for now, the plan is to actually get dressed, change over some laundry, and then get outside with the kids, and then pick up where we kind of left off. So snack time, fueling my body well, and getting dressed. So also, like, a huge pro tip I have is I just had that basket downstairs and I brought stuff down in it Ideally, it would not be a soft basket, but that's just what was in front of me and I grabbed. And then I grabbed like some garbage cans that I bleached the other day out, and then like other things that I could bring up with me so that I knew I could start cleaning up here before I headed back downstairs, just to limit the number of trips I do. So it's like I just threw that vacuum in there, some paper towel, anything that I could really find to clean with. And now at least I can do one more thing before we head out if I have like 5 more minutes. Okay, finally taking that few minutes to fix my hair and put on jeans and a comfy shirt. Even though these are just comfy loose jeans and a boring black t-shirt, that 5 minutes that I'm taking to brush my hair and just touch up my makeup or put a little bit on is going to make me feel like I am, in a different state than I was before. I just was getting a little carried away, moving really fast, and it's just going to help me reset a little bit. So as much as I often don't wear makeup these days, and I'm really quite enjoying my just natural skin look, today I was struggling with some acne, and I feel like when I am struggling with acne, I often do wear foundation just to kind of make me feel a little bit more confident. I am working on that. I know that I should only find my confidence in Christ, but it is something that I do, and I do to feel good. And so whether I'm wearing makeup or not, I know my worth. It's just one of those things that just make you feel put together as you're kind of navigating that home day, right? It's so easy to stay in your jammies all day and just get it all done. And then it's dinner, and before you know it, you're basically back in your pajamas, or you stayed in them all day. But today I'm doing my best to feel like a human, even if it's just for a short amount of time. I have a really boring makeup routine. This is a foundation that I feel like doesn't really even match my skin tone right now. I am pretty inexpensive and pretty realistic when it comes to how I spend my money on my products. I do like natural things, and I have some natural face drops. I don't know what you call it. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know, a serum. That's right. That's the fancy word I'm looking for. So some serums and some cream that were natural, and I'm still trying to find a more natural foundation that I don't hate fully. But for now, I'm just making do with what I have. I like to pencil my eyebrows in, throw on some mascara, powder my cheeks, and then call it done. But I do notice as I'm getting older now, age 36, when I put makeup on, I feel like it almost ages me a little bit. And so on the days where I'm not wearing it, I do feel like I might look younger, even if those acne scars that I got in my 30s are taking over my face. I mean, I'm definitely fitting into those teenage life, right? If that acne scars and all that, I just look young, right? That's what it's doing for me, right? Someone tell me I'm okay. Now is your sign to eat. It's time to eat. If you are somebody who puts aside eating because you are too busy cleaning, this is your sign that you need to eat. So this is like a weird artichoke ground turkey dish with pasta. It's actually so delicious. I slowed down, I breathe in air, I enjoy my food, and I actually remember and taste it. That's kind of key to staying healthy. It's one of my greatest tips. Obviously having a little cuddle here with my little one while I'm eating, but being present in the moment with your food is honestly one of the biggest tips to stay lean and stay healthy. If you forget that you're eating, you're too busy to focus that you've actually eaten and tasted, we often really lose that ability to sense our fullness and to feel satisfied with our food. So now I've got my worship on, I'm ready to vacuum. The house just needs a quick once over, and I find that this vacuum is so satisfying because it just shows me all the dirt that picks up, and it's actually so disgusting, but also really satisfying. So check that out. That's literally just one floor, you guys. I'm always blown away, and also it makes me want to vacuum so much more, even though I do it like every other day. How often are you mamas vacuuming? I'm super curious. We just have the one cat inside, but for some reason, with all the ladies, it's like the hair is never ending. Since some of the kiddos were home today, they were wanting to go out for the park and have a little treat, maybe from the store, and get some fresh air, and it was a beautiful day. So I was quickly throwing on this bone broth. It's a combination of chicken and beef, and these bones have been in our freezer for a long time from a cow that we had gotten, oh my goodness, over a year ago. So I'm not really sure if it's going to be like freezer burn tasty, but I also feel like maybe enough celery with some garlic and things will be fine. But trying to get this in here now just for using up the things in our freezer. I'm kind of in a phase right now where I'm trying to go through the freezer every week and be like, what's been in here forever? Because I hate wasting food. And I know the price of groceries right now is just so painful. I think my husband did tell us that we had spent around $4,000 on food last month. And we are in Canada, so that is a bit more. If you're like converting to US, it's not 4,000 US. I think it's probably like 3,000 or 2,500.
but I don't know where that went. And I honestly don't know how we could have. But I am striving this month to just really simplify and realizing that actually slowing down and being more mindful is the key to saving money. It's not necessarily jumping from store to store and driving all around town, trying to find what deal you're looking for, but it's actually about what you have on hand and how you can do your very best by using what you have and taking your time in that. Really trying to find that balance between working too much, too often, and then not having the time to actually cook versus maybe working a little bit less or, like out of the home or with my business, and really just investing some of that time into preparing food and being more aware of how I can save money. Making bone broth in the Instant Pot is honestly the best, you guys. I've always been stuck on this method because I put it in for the max amount of time, so that's 240 minutes on high, and it just does the job of something that's been simmering all day long. So if you've never tried it this way before, I highly encourage you to do so. 240 minutes seems like a long time, but at the end of the day, it's like started in the morning, you'll have your broth ready for your dinner if you're hoping to make a soup that night. So finally, some of the laundry was completed and dried, and so I'm grabbing it right now up into the little girl's room. I have a history of leaving everything until the evening, and so I forget that I've washed all the sheets. I go to do bedtime routine, and then I'm so exhausted that it's just almost the worst torture in the world. Like, you're like, hey, I've got to do all the bedding now or before I do bedtime routine. So if you can get this done like before your kids are home from school, if that's an option for you, you're a stay-at-home mom, I highly recommend making sure that those beds are made before dinner time, because there's just something so daunting about being in the kitchen for hours and hours and being excited about that like quiet time to come in the evening and then realizing that you have not even made the beds yet. So I highly recommend getting it done earlier in the day. In our old house, we had bunk beds, and my son still has a loft bed. And I remember feeling like bed making was the worst thing in the whole world. And you don't even get that reward of like seeing the bed fully made, because bunk beds are just not easy to make look nice. So it's not that my rooms are fancy or put together. As you can see, our dressers are still falling apart, and I still do not have the energy to think about replacing those right now, just because we are just in a destructive phase of our childhood. And I would rather my kids be hard on things and rough on things right now when they're little and have it not be a big deal, than we replace it and feel like now I need to be anal about how we treat our things. I'm just letting them be kids for now. So I'm making this bed. This room is kind of chaos. It's my most chaotic room in the house, but I do have plans to really declutter it. Over spring break, we're going to do our best to kind of go through the toys. I'm no longer in a season where my kiddos are playing with toys. Are you guys still there? It's kind of a sad thing, when you get to that point where your kids aren't playing with toys anymore, but it's also kind of a beautiful thing because you get that, that clutter goes away. And so I will be asking the kids over spring break this year, what's really important to you? And of course, I want to keep things for my future. Maybe if we ever have grandbabies, to have a few of those select things to give down to, or I'd like to keep a couple of things in case my nieces come over. But at the same time, having a free, clutter-free mind is so incredibly important to me that I know I'll be doing a big declutter soon. Moving into a teenager's room, this is much more fun for me to clean up and tidy, just because I feel like it's more aesthetic in here. She got that new little bookshelf for Christmas. I think I might have shared that on one of my last videos, but I just think that bookshelf is absolutely adorable. I want one for my room, but I really don't have any books very much right now. I don't have any books at all, actually. I really like to keep that to the minimum, but I've been reading the Bible and I've been reading a couple books here and there, but I trade them in as I get new ones. But she loves to collect books, and I love that for her. It's her favorite hobby is to read, and this bookshelf was on Amazon. I will put the link inside the description box if you guys are interested. They are amazing. They do rotate, and both of the girls got them for Christmas, which I thought was an excellent gift idea because, again, it's not something that is a waste. It's not going to be, something that they need to get rid of in the future. They can bring that with them if they move out. Hopefully never that happens, but okay. If they do move out, they can take it with them. But once this room is done, I'll be done the bed making, and we'll be moving on to the next thing that comes to my attention. I'm just pulling up to the produce place. We have no veggies or fruit, so I'm almost maxed out today, you guys. It's 4:15. I'm feeling like, I want to be done. So
I'm gonna be wrapping this video up pretty soon, but my goal is just before I finish, I need to get some groceries because I feel like my life's not online unless we have some healthy food in the fridge, because if I have some food, like especially fruit, and I wash it, the kids will eat it. If I don't have it, no one's gonna eat the healthy food. So we're getting the produce, and then we're getting the produce, we're bringing it home, we're letting it soak, and then we're gonna write out the game plan for next week in terms of what we're doing for exercise and what days we're going to the gym. That way I already know, and then I can start wrapping my brain around what meals will look like. But I'm pretty sure the meal planning will be in the next video, which you guys can see. I'm gonna be doing a high protein meal prep. So in the meantime, you guys can just see what I'm gonna be planning for the gym, and then I'll show you guys the meal prep in another video. But let's go into the store, get some produce, and head home.
This little produce store I am so obsessed with. It's a super small local little grocer, and they always just have really good deals on veggies, which is so important. Like $3.99 for that bag. I will make apple rings out of these. Love when I find a good deal. Finally got it home. Gonna unload it, show you what I got, and then we really do truly need to wrap up this day because I'm exhausted. I am so tired. Motherhood can be a lot. This little haul cost me a total of like $38.
Just cannot get over
I was
how
so
cheap it is.
Wildly excited.
These were such a good deal. Pink Lady is everyone's favorite around here. I'm gonna soak those, probably make some apple rings. Tonight we're gonna do s'mores. It's so beautiful outside. We have to do something. I cannot not do that if it's this nice outside. Salad, cucumbers. I'm feeling like I just have something to go off of. And then I'll actually get my life together once the preliminary steps have been made.
We work hard so that we can watch our babies play and enjoy themselves. I think there's like 9 kids out there. And then we decided to have a fire in the evening. So this is how we ended our work day. We played, we enjoyed each other's company, we danced. If you guys love this video, please hit the subscribe button, follow me on Instagram and over here. Let me know if you guys want to see more videos like this or if you like the more talking head videos. I love making these videos and I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye!